Now batting for the American League from the New York Yankees, the shortstop, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
Those were the words that everyone couldn't wait to hear again, especially after Jeter announced during the offseason that 2014 would be his 20th and final season in Major League Baseball. As a huge baseball fan and someone with a background in history, it should be no surprise that I felt the need to document Jeter's final days in the game. But I didn't want to just take pictures and show what people every day could see on TV or in magazines and in newspapers. The stats. I wanted to show his overall impact on not just the game on the field, but the people outside, the fans, and even the rivals. That's not to say that I didn't want to show him on the field. In the beginning of the project, that's exactly where I started, and where I soon found out just how hard it was going to be to gain access to New York's most famous athlete. As I continued to fail in my attempt to get closer to the field, I decided to take a different approach. I looked for new and different vantage points that people aren't used to seeing him from. Many times this took me to places I wasn't exactly supposed to be, like hanging over the side of an upper deck railing. Places where I was continuously yelled at for going by stadium staff. But occasionally there was a worker who would let me go where I needed. As the games I went to piled up and the photos I took totaled into the thousands, I knew it was time to begin the second phase of the project, the fan's perspective. I set out seeking fans from all over to find out what Jeter's impact was outside the game. First stop, Baltimore. After spending probably my 4th straight day awake, I headed south from Maryland, arriving about 7 hours before the game. And when you get there at that time, and there are no fans to talk to, you wind up sitting in an empty parking lot. Though there was some excitement when, as usual, I was harassed and questioned by parking lot security about what I was doing there. As fans finally began to arrive, I grabbed my equipment and headed out. I checked it all and tested it out, but that doesn't mean that everything would actually work the way it was supposed to. One thing I learned and noticed along the way was that just as Jeter struggled and failed at times, so did I. Like when the audio button turned almost completely off inside my pocket as I conducted an interview, or the many times that I scouted out a spot to take a specific photo of Jeter, had the shot lined up, and bam! A big guy jumps up or knocks into me, ruining the shot I spent hours setting up. As for the interviews, I was pretty sure that if I wanted 5 interviews, I'd have to ask about 25 people. What is your name?
Carmen Winson,
And where are you from?
Richmond, Virginia.
And why are you here?
See Derek Jeter play ball, period.
What's one of your favorite memories of Derek Jeter?
When he got his 3,000 hit, this is my second game. I went to see him here about 4 years ago.
What do you think Derek Jeter means to the city of New York and the Yankees?
I think he's done a lot for the city with his youth programs, and I think it's going to be a big loss when he leaves the Yankees. I think I'm going to lose a lot of viewers myself.
What's your name?
Mario,
Where are you from?
New Jersey.
Who is your favorite player?
Derek Jeter.
What does Derek Jeter mean to you and to the Yankees?
He's a great player and a leader.
What's your name?
Karen Pieri,
And where are you from?
Corning, New York.
What's your favorite Derek Jeter moment?
It's got to be the infamous catch behind home plate, right?
What do you think Derek Jeter has meant to the city of New York?
Well, I think he shows a lot of respect and everything else, and that he's a good influence on kids and stuff.
What do you think is going to be most missed about him next year?
His leadership.
What's your name?
Daniel,
And where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
And who is your favorite Yankee?
Derek Jeter.
What's your favorite memory of Derek Jeter?
When he hit his 3,000th career hit,
What do you hope happens today with the picture in your hand?
I get an autograph.
And what do you think that Derek Jeter has meant to the team?
Well, he's led the team a lot, and he's just a good person overall.
What are you most going to miss about him next season?
Just how he led the team and the Yankees, and how good of a ball player he was.
What's your name?
Jake,
Where are you from?
Frederick.
What's your favorite memory of him?
He dove for a ball and like up the middle, and flipped it with his glove and turned 2.
What are you going to miss most about him next year?
His sportsmanship.
Anything from an opposing fan?
I love watching him play. I think he's a great asset to the game, and he plays the game the right way.
Historically, New York Yankee fans have always traveled to watch their team, but this season was going to be different. It wasn't just New York Yankee fans coming out. Fans of rival teams were buying up tickets as well, just to see him play one more time. For some fans, nothing was going to stop them from doing just that. Before, during, and after the games, fans took pictures non-stop and asked for autographs or souvenir baseballs. As I began thinking about this project in the middle of the season, I started to see more similarities between the two of us. Though he's a world-famous, Hall of Fame-bound athlete with millions and millions of dollars, we do share certain things in common. Neither would probably be considered the most talented at what they do, but there is one thing we could control: our dedication and effort, what we're willing to do, to sacrifice to improve, to achieve our goals. We were also following similar paths. As I documented his successes and failures, I was also documenting my own. The numerous failures made the successes that much better. We're also both about to end one journey and begin a new one. This journey wasn't exactly a comfortable one, carrying 30 pounds extra at odd angles while riding the 4 train during rush hour, but in the end, I feel it'll all be worth it. Derek Jeter is a multi-generational fan favorite. From babies to older ladies, his fan base is spread out. And with a little help from me, he's still acquiring new fans today. Fathers and mothers pass down their support, and their kids continue the Jeter tradition. With a few more failed attempts at getting closer to the man and the action, I decided to go a different route. If I couldn't get to Jeter, I'd bring him to me. I wanted a cardboard cutout, but even that didn't work as I couldn't find one anywhere. Not eBay, Fathead, not even the Ford dealership where I took a picture with the cutout years ago. So I did what any normal fan would do, and I made my own Derek Jeter. Even before my research into the cutout, I was well aware of the scope of the Derek Jeter brand. It was interesting to see how this person, an iconic figure but still a man, became a brand. He endorses many products, from Gatorade to Ford to Nike, but as he does, he's also endorsing himself. The number 2 is everywhere. Even I didn't realize just how much Jeter is out there. No matter where you go, even when you're not looking for it, you run into it. Even in the Yankees' biggest rival city, Boston, Jeter was everywhere. Boston was stop number 2. Eventually, after a mix-up with a hotel that apparently wasn't ever booked, I headed north for Massachusetts, this time with an assistant to help me with the setup. Though there were some expected comments when Jeter came out, like burn it and tear him down, most of it was done in a joking manner. I never actually felt threatened, which is a little disappointing considering this is supposed to be such a bitter rivalry. What is your name?
Kelly Ryan. Tampa, Florida.
Who is your favorite Yankee?
Derek Jeter, number 2. Miss Jeter.
What's your favorite Derek Jeter moment?
His 3,000 head. Yes, I got to be there for that. It's going to be tough to see him go. He's
He's the king of baseball, the king of New York, in my opinion, and we all love him dearly in New York and Tampa. Good, great guy, great baseball player, the best ever.
What's your name?
Darlene,
And where are you from?
Cape Cod.
Who's your favorite Yankee?
Of all time, Derek Jeter.
What's your favorite moment of Derek Jeter's career?
Actually, believe it or not, last night, surrounded by all Red Sox fans when he hit the home run in the game. This is monumental for him for this year.
Now, from a Red Sox perspective, what do you think of Derek Jeter?
He's great. Only because she loves him. He's great. No, he's a good guy. Good player.
A lot of class.
Has class.
Finally back in New York, it was time for the last round of interviews. Yankee Stadium fans. The cutout was a huge draw, although I did hear a few repeating comments by skeptical New Yorkers, like how he isn't big enough. Though he is wildly underweight as he's made of foam, the cutout is fairly accurate in comparison to Jeter's 6'3" frame. Another comment was about how you can just buy one at the store. Little did they know just how frustrating that would be. And lastly, almost everyone that walked by just assumed that it cost money to take a picture with him. I had to constantly convince people it was free. What's your name?
Barbara,
And where are you from?
Rockland County.
Who's one of your favorite players of the Yankees?
Of course, Derek Jeter.
What are you going to miss most about him when he's gone?
His leadership, being the captain on and off the field, the way he carried himself, just incredible. There's no one like him, and I don't think there'll be anybody like him after. Wishing you all the best, whatever you do now, and we're going to miss you. The game is going to miss you.
What's your name?
Derek.
Just like Derek Jeter.
Yep.
Who's your favorite player?
Derek Jeter.
Where are you from?
Lake Grove.
What's your favorite thing about Derek Jeter?
He plays very good. He hits home runs sometimes and pretty good. I'm gonna go see the Yankee game, and Derek Jeter is probably gonna hit some good home runs.
What's your name?
My name's Caitlin Heffernan.
And where are you from?
Edison, New Jersey.
Who's your favorite player?
Derek Jeter, obviously.
What's your favorite memory of Derek Jeter?
I'm gonna say it's gonna go back to 2000 days. He's always been my favorite player. He's the reason why I like the Yankees, and hopefully he signs my shirt today.
What was your name?
Elaine Rappaport. Derek, thanks for all the fabulous games, all the great times, the big smiles, and lots of good luck in everything you do.
My name is Andre Murray.
Where are you from?
Manhattan. I'd like to say I'd like to thank him for everything he did for us and for staying clean. And he didn't get in trouble. He stayed out of trouble, stayed out of the spotlight. I mean, he was a great inspiration to all the kids. And to represent New York and the Bronx as it is, I'm happy for him. And I'd like to say, Jeter, if you're leaving us, kudos to you, and you still got time to do something else, so let's see what's next in the Jeter category.
I've been lucky enough to be there to see some of his greatest moments. Passing former Yankee legends on all-time lists, his speech to close out the old stadium, winning a World Series in the new one, and hitting a home run for his 3,000th hit. Maybe when this is all over, I'll get the chance to add to that list and get to meet the real Derek Jeter. Though the chances are slim, with just about a month left in the season, fans everywhere are hoping for one more playoff push. One more chance to see Jeter go out the way he came in. A winner. Throughout his career, Jeter's been about two things: winning and respect.
My favorite Derek Jeter moment is this year. It's this year that he is enjoying the game like it was meant to be enjoyed. It's not about the money. It's not about where I'm going to be next year. It's about when it is all said and done, what do I got? What do people want to remember me by? And I know that Derek is so proud of himself. His parents are proud of him. His family and all of his fans are so proud of him. And that's what life is about. So thank you, Derek. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. We will never forget you.
No matter how the season and his career ends, at home in New York or on the road, he'll get a great send-off heard miles around.